guys, how's it going? I'm Prodigy from airsoft team KM4 RIS. I know it's been a long time since I've done really any video, like kind of Christmas time around there, but I've been so busy with college work, all that kind of stuff related, a lot of work, switching jobs once again. Not going to be working at Surplus for you guys that live in the area. It's just become a really expensive drive for me, so I've got another job since. But anyway, finally doing another video. Now, I know a lot of guys are wanting to keep up with my KM4 RIS because I've really put a lot of work into this thing. I pride myself at how nice it is. And I've really found it to be an excellent gun. Despite, you know, it's pretty expensive considering. It's upwards of around $400 depending on where you buy it. And it is, for you kids out there that like to watch these videos of mine, a relatively heavy gun. I've got it up to about 10 pounds now, and for you really little 12-year-old guys, this isn't a gun for you. 10 pounds really is not that much for someone like me, but still. A lot of you younger guys, a lot of you smaller guys that are playing, this is not a gun for you. But, dang, I love this thing to death. Well, you guys are not to know exactly what I've done to it, so let's skip to that. Now, I've tried to leave this gun as externally and internally stock as possible. I'm kind of a purist when it comes to some things, especially M4s. When you've got just a really nice M4, it's got a rail system, a crane stock, it's already got a great setup, what do you really need to do? So this guy, I went ahead and put a riser mount on here. Picked this up at Surplus, it's pretty cheap. They sell them for 24 bucks there, which I think is a good deal for anything that's a quick detach design. Usually those run quite a bit more than the standard design. Up top with a scope, I've got an AIM 4x30 scope. It's pretty nice, came with some lens covers. I really don't use them. It's kind of bleh. But you know, it came with some free scope rings, which I thought was pretty cool. Now internally, I tried to do as much research as I could on this gun before I got it. I think it's a very good pick. I've only thrown a few new parts in here. Everything else I just tuned very well. Now the piston is a great piston, as long as you correct everything. If you correct the angle of engagement, it's an excellent piston. I also removed the second to last tooth because the first tooth on the sector gear was kind of hitting against it. You know, I've had I've seen in other KWAs the plastic buildup in the teeth can get a little bit much, and it can cause some damage and some premature wear and stuff. So I shaved off the second to last tooth, and it seems to work pretty well now. Aside from that, you know, angle of engagement is really important. These pistons don't work well with poor angle of engagement. I've seen pistols that can last a long time with a poor angle, but these KWA pistons, they really like to have a proper angle of engagement, or it's just not going to work very well for you guys. Now, I talked about the piston. What else did I throw in this gun? Really not a whole lot. Externally, I've already covered that. Internally, I've got a new piston head. I've got a Modify bearing aluminum ported piston head. The stock piston head on this is aluminum. It doesn't really have bearings. They're kind of like 3 washers, which isn't a terrible thing. They work just fine. But you don't have ports on the front of your piston head, so if you want to run a lithium polymer battery, or really a 9.6, this gun still gets a great rate of fire with a 9.6 volt battery. It's just, you're not going to get the performance you really want. Your FPS is not going to be as consistent, even though it's pretty good on this gun as it is. It's not going to be as consistent. I've been getting like within 2 or 3 FPS every shot with the ported piston head I threw in here. So I also threw a Mad Bull M120 spring in here. They'll shoot a little bit hotter than standard M120 springs. So with 2.0s, I got the thing shooting anywhere from like 3 or 445 or so to 440, which is really an excellent speed. It's shooting a little bit fast for the places I play at. So you guys that play out there that are watching this like, oh my god, he's gonna use this crazy speed gun out there, it's not legal. Oh. Don't worry, I'll throw the stock spring in here before I go back out there. I just wanted to see what this thing could pull off. But aside from that, I did test this gun with 2.8s, and it's getting like a pretty consistent 380 with 2H, which is excellent. I was playing a backyard game at a friend's house. He had like 10 acres around his house, and we just used that, a couple of guys. It's good practice skirmish, but we went out there, and my gun was shooting probably the fastest out there. They're all shooting around 400, 410. This is 440. A little bit more, just a small amount more range, and it was doing really well. I got shot out every skirmish we played at just because either they didn't feel them their hits or whatever, which is stupid and they should call them anyway, but I'm pretty sure I hit them first. But anyway, I got shot out first both games, which kind of sucks. But still, this thing did really, really well. And I was getting about a 220 foot range on it with the 440 feet per second with 2.8s, which is pretty good. I'm happy with that. What else have I got in this gun? Let's see. I believe the only other thing I've got on here besides Dean's connectors and a couple of wire mods is the system of Magnum motor. I got it a while ago and it's been kind of just sitting around. I haven't really had a place to put it. So I put it in this gun. The response time is a lot better. The rate of fire is a little bit faster than the stock motor on the 120 spring. And I do run an 11.1 volt LiPo battery in this gun. It's like 1800 mAh, 15C, something like that. It works pretty well. I've gotten a good rate of fire, a little over 20 rounds a second, which I'm really happy with. It sounds very nice. There's very little gear noise. It's got a pretty good thwap whenever it fires, so that sounds really good to me. I'm very happy with this gun. I haven't even put hardly maybe $600 into it, and it's fantastic. If you guys want to go pick one of these up, not a lot of upgrades you really need to do to this gun to get it kicking ass. I mean, it's seriously a fantastic gun right out of the box. I haven't adjusted the bucking, the barrel, the chamber, nothing. 100% stock. As long as you clean all that and keep it pretty clean because it's brass, this gun is going to outperform most other guns right out of the box. So go pick one of these up. Fantastic gun! Thanks for watching, guys. I'm Prodigy from Airsoft Team Kilo23. Stay tuned. I might do some other upgrades to this gun later on. I'll keep you guys informed. Take it easy.